Going to go over a little bit about um, our efforts here in Christ Church, our community, the things that are important to us, and just trying to answer some of the questions we've had on comments of our videos. And for those interested in this sort of thing, stick around and we'll teach you a little bit about Christ Church. This morning is, it's Saturday morning, and every Saturday we like to get together and build the community together. And some of the things that are important on days like this are today, I just kind of cover a couple of the things that we're going to be working on. We have a primary area that we've been prepping and building to so our kids have an area for them to be taught, lessons and things like that. The organization of our church is very similar to the LDS church. We have apostles and prophets, elders quorums. We also have 70s, things like that. Relief Society. The sisters love to work together, doing a lot of different things, and the brethren, all these different work projects. Like today, we're working on there's a sister's roof that they've been working to install metal roof on her house to, because it's bad and needs some help. So also there's a newlywed couple that their house is in the process of getting fixed up so they can move in. And so they're going to be working on that. Some of the members are going to be over there. Let's see. That's just a few things that I'm sure there'll be other things. So what are some of the other things important to our community? Some of the biggest things is the fullness of the gospel. We believe in living all of God's laws to the best of our ability. And one of those things that we believe in is the gathering all like-minded people and individuals that love the Lord, love Jesus Christ, the Book of Mormon, Doctrine and Covenants, all the Holy Scriptures of the Restoration. Let's see. Family. Family is very important to us. We do a lot of community things with family, getting together, supporting our families, having and building a community to support our children, and giving them a safe place, giving our families a safe place to be, but also a safe place to raise our children in an environment that we can feel comfortable, that they are going to be protected and strengthened in the Lord and have good influences around them. So I don't have to be worried that they're going to be getting into things that they're not supposed to, as kids do sometimes, but more that there's a lot of love and people around in the community that I feel very comfortable with, and having my family here in this community. I feel it just leaves me with a lot more peace and things as I work and I do different things, and I'm not necessarily able to be right here in my home. It helps me have a lot of peace of mind in that area. There's a lot of activities that, like we have an activities committee that puts on activities. Like, for example, last night we just had some youth soccer games that they did for the young ones. The first little thing that they did was having soccer games with the little kids. I think, they were like 3 and 4. It was very adorable, watching them run around and kick a soccer ball. And then they did one with a couple age group older than that, 5 and 6, I think. And they did a small little game with them, kicking the ball around. That was enjoyable. So that's an example of one of the activities that we do. And then they had a little concession stand for people to go get a bite to eat or whatever. So another thing that's very important to us is priesthood lineage, and priesthood having that connection from prophet to prophet all the way back to Joseph Smith and to Jesus Christ and the Godhood, right? So we have that authority extending back, and so that's very important to us. Um, I have other videos on my channel where I've bore my testimony to you guys, telling you about why I believe that the priesthood keys are here. And you're welcome to check some of those videos out if you like more information about that. Like I said, we're organized very much like the LDS Church, and where we have apostles and prophets and a Relief Society and young men's and women's groups and activities committees and things like that. So, and we're also um, a conservative group that's very in a prepping mindset, but not excessively so. I think we're very balanced. Excuse me. We're balanced in prepping, and we like to garden. We have greenhouses. Try to grow some of our own food. We like to do better at that, and every year we're trying to get a little bit better at that. As time goes on, hopefully we can do better. So I feel like that answers a lot of the questions that we've had and in our comments. And so I pray that if you do have more questions, feel free to leave some comments in some of these videos that we have on this channel. My hope is that we can find more like-minded people, maybe like yourself, that love the Lord, that love the restoration of the gospel in these last days, that are looking for a community of people that have a mindset to have a lineage of priesthood that is connected back to Joseph Smith, but also that is prepping because the world is looking pretty scary right now. There's a lot of crazy things going on out there. And it looks like I have, hello, Glinda. Looks like got someone on here with me. Appreciate you joining me this morning. So, um, as I was saying, is just we are looking and searching and have a desire for further light and knowledge, and the restoration of the gospel really in its fullness is what we want. One thing I also didn't mention is that we're a temple building people. We love the Lord, and we want him to reside as close to us as we can, and so we have built a temple with our own hands as a community. It's a very humble temple. Um, at the same time, the temple ordinances that we do are as much towards the original ordinances that were done in the temple as possible, that we can be inspired to operate in. And like, as an example, our ceremony is 3 5 hours long, where a lot of time, or excuse me, more like 4 to 5 hours long. And often I've heard talking to other individuals, like members of the LDS Church, and there's a lot of great people in the LDS Church, by the way. I have a lot of family that are still members of the LDS Church, and they do a lot of good in this world. They have a lot of temples also. Um, they they do their ceremony, and I've never been through the LDS Church's temple ceremony, but I've talked to other people who have been through the temple, and they have told me that their ceremony is now about an hour, and I've heard that maybe even shorter than that. But let's call it an hour or so. But how much of the ceremony has changed over the years to where the I mean, if you're shortening it, how much of that ceremony are you taking out? How much of the important things are no longer there that were originally revealed to the prophet Joseph Smith and Brigham Young and those prophets, and how Brigham Young actually penned it in 1877 and put it down in writing, saying this is the way that we should do the temple ceremony, and we follow that the best that we can. So that's some of the things that we do here in our community, and I just want to express to you that I just feel the love from our neighbors and the love from the community that is really something that I really longed for my family to be a part of, something that uh, that I really feel it has that protection, not only from our Father in heaven, but from our loved ones, friends, family, and the community. So I just wanted to make this quick video with you this morning and tell you a little bit about this. Feel free, like I was saying earlier, to add some comments if you'd like to see and have some questions and we can make other videos like this. And I plan on doing other live streams, like with the temple matron and the temple president. And if you have specific questions about the temple, obviously we have to be discreet about that. There's some things we can't talk about, but we can give you an idea. Also, um, uh, Benjamin Schaefer, we did a video on that, and I'd like to have him back on here, and we can have some discussions with him about different gospel topics. So anyway, I pray that God bless you and keep you until we meet again.